Hi guys, in today's video, I will show you a quick tutorial on how I created the sunset eye makeup look. To start, I applied a primer to my eyelids using my Urban Decay eye primer potion, which although old and dry, served as a base for the rest of the look. Despite being the wrong shade when I purchased it, I wasn't concerned since it would be covered up as I continued with the application. Moving on, I reached for my favorite Milani concealer in the shade 150 Natural Sand, which is one of my favorite concealers due to its close match to my skin tone, creamy consistency, easy blending and minimal creasing. Using a foundation brush, I applied and seamlessly blended the concealer all over my eyelids. To set the concealer and ensure a smooth canvas, I dusted the CoverGirl Clean Professional Setting Powder in the shade 115 Translucent Medium across my entire lid. This step prepared my eyes for the vibrant colors that would follow, ensuring they would glide on effortlessly. For my eyeshadow, I opted for a drugstore palette from NJbeauty, specifically their birthday cake palette. Using a deep burgundy shade from the palette, I applied it in my eye socket, following the natural shape of my eye. To deposit and blend the colors specifically in the crease, I used the NYX Professional Eyeshadow Brush 15, which is round and small. Gradually, I built up the intensity of the color by adding it little by little. Next, I used a bright orange shade to blend the inner edges of the deep burgundy shade using the Vega Flat Eyeshadow Brush. I repeated the same step on the outer edges as well. However, this time I switched to a fluffy blending brush from Zoeva since I had a larger area to blend the color in. Whenever I blended on the outer corner, I ensured to create a lifting effect. Now comes the exciting part, adding a vibrant pop of bright yellow at the center of the lid to create a setting sun effect. To ensure a bright and precise application, I used my finger for this step. Afterwards, using the same NYX brush, I carefully blended the edges between the yellow and the burgundy shades. I did not add any additional color at this point. I simply used the leftover product from the previous application. Continuing with the Vega brush, I also applied the yellow shade onto the brow bone for a cohesive look. I decided to intensify the center by adding a bit more yellow to make it stand out. Then, using a deep brown shade from a different NK makeup palette, I went over the crease once again to enhance the depth of the eye look. To create a lifting effect, I applied the dark brown shade from the same palette to the inner and the outer corners of my eyes. Underneath my lash line, I used the same orange and brown shades, leaving some space in the center. I filled that space with the bright yellow shade later. To elongate my natural eye shape, I used a black liquid liner, specifically the Maybelline Liquid Ink Eyeliner, to create a wing in both the outer and the inner corners. I then coated my upper and lower lashes with the Essence Double Trouble Mascara. Moving on to my brows, I used the KVD Smoke Eyeshadow Palette to fill them in. Using a Q-tip and concealer, I cleaned up the outer edges, accentuating a lifting effect, and blended it in with my finger. After completing the rest of my face makeup, this is the final look. I would love to hear your thoughts on this makeup look. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay tuned, stay beautiful.